Yo, 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 welcome back. Speakeasy After Dark, episode 3. We're number 3, dog.
Fuck yeah.
Damn.
Dude, that's so dope.
Pretty cool.
So
Thanks for
dope.
watching. Thanks for staying tuned, subscribing, hitting those notifications, all that good stuff so you don't miss out on the next drop. And welcome back. Last episode, we were talking a little bit about like 5D and DMT, and I think that's what we got.
Game.
Yeah, the video game, that whole theory. We're going to jump back into that.
No, let's jump into it right now.
Okay, alright, let's just jump into it.
The video game today, on the way for your house,
the video game today was lit.
it was super lit.
It was lit. Like, Grand Theft Auto style type lit. Like,
It was crazy.
we're driving around with 2 stars already above.
Yeah.
People trying to T-bone us. We're like, whoa.
Like 3 cars in a row with different lights.
Yeah.
And then, how about when there was not that we were doing anything illegal, they just think
We never do anything illegal.
No. I have a car. So the cops passing by and the semi-truck driver honking at us like, hey, there's those guys. There's those guys we see on
Like, what
Facebook.
the fuck? We're pulling a Tractor Supply, and it was like, and it was like, whoa, dick.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling the cops.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
What an asshole. Right here. Crazy.
Yeah, video game stuff is like every day. Like, every day, I think we go through something or see something that happens, and it was like, damn, that was part of the video game, or damn, there goes another non-player controller running around fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's crazy. That whole thing, like, theory and the way you kind of, like, think of it and process it is just a whole different,
It's
just a whole different mindset, you know what I mean?
But when you process it and you enjoy it, like, it's pretty fucking funny. We were laughing our asses off.
Yeah, because at this point, we know it's a video game. We know that shit's out there trying to sabotage us or make us turn in from a big mushroom to a little mushroom. You know what I mean? Like, we know the intentions of the shit, so it's like when we know it and shit happens, we just kind of just cruise around it. It's like, oh, look at that homeless guy right there. He's running around naked. Like, he just keep driving.
Yeah,
just don't acknowledge it.
Shout out to Ken on that one.
Yeah. Anybody?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's paying attention.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking. It was fucking bad. I almost hit 3 homeless people in like the last 2 days down here.
Yeah, homeless has been crazy, and just like those players controlling those homeless people, it's crazy to think about. You know what I mean? Like,
or the funny shit that we just manifest because it's funny.
yeah, and we do that shit a lot.
That trip from Cali, dude. I was like, will you stop it?
Yeah, he kept on making the one light
with the white truck with
the white truck with the one light
in every state. We were in 9 different states in like 4 days.
There goes another one. There goes another one.
It's like, dude, the same homeless dude with the briefcase in like 4 different states.
Yeah, like playing the video game and seeing things like that and treating it like a video game. When you see things, coincidences that happen or things that happen, they're not coincidences. You make them happen. You put things out there into the ether, or puts it into the internet. I mean, to the video game where you actually project it, you actually manifest it. You know what I mean? It's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
but,
it's fucking nuts, dude. You just have to enjoy it. Like, there's a whole group of people that manifested what's gonna happen. Well, this drops tomorrow, right? So
yeah,
what's gonna happen? Actually, probably like, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 hours after you see this video on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the big pop, right? I mean, New Mexico's been waiting for this, I think, most of everybody's lives. Like, everybody who smokes and everybody who dabbles in the THC game and does their thing, like, they're waiting for this to happen. And I think enough people collectively manifested for this moment to actually happen collectively, where it's actually happening, and where we have our hand in it. You know what I mean? Like, we have our hand in the game and doing our thing, and everything that we pushed for and advocated it for, it's finally here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's here. Of course, obviously, if you've been sleeping under a rock in the United States, it's rec sales for New Mexico.
Yeah.
The Green Revolution finally hit New Mexico.
Yeah, the Green Rush, man.
And it saved the fucking day, because definitely New Mexico needed it. But it's gonna be rough. Like, I know everybody, when it goes rec tomorrow, shout out to the local shops that are opening at 12.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge.
Huge.
Yeah. So, shout out.
Huge.
There's a couple local dispensaries that are going to open at midnight at 12:01 Friday morning when it does go rec. April 1st. So keep your eye out for that.
Dude, not only is that the coolest shit ever, but I heard from some people that when Prohibition ended on like June 29th, there was some crazy people that did gifting legally. And were the first to ever do that in New Mexico. And then now to see what happens a year later, no, we're not doing gifting or anything, but to see what transpired where people are going to be able to open up at midnight.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just
Can we put that out there? Cool. Who's going to open? I think is that a thing? So shout out to our local people out there. There's a big corporation that's opening up, and we'll drop them too. But shout out to your local people out there that are opening and they're getting it done, because like seeing this shit and what they got to go through, it's been hard as fuck for them. And so go support those guys. Go hit them up. They're trying to do it at 12:01 on Friday. So Oregon Mountain Organics, right there at 1300 El Paseo, where the old Speakeasy location is. They're doing it. Shout out to ICANNA. They're at 505 North Valley. They're calling it 420 at the 505 is what they're calling it. 505 North Valley. You can't forget that one. It's a bright green building.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Great people, great atmosphere.
Yeah, they'll be doing it at 12:01. And then our Greenleaf is doing it. They're a corporate spot. I really like their flower and their stuff and their selection from there. And they're doing it at 12:01. They're going to have a food truck out there. I believe Oregon Mountain Organics is going to have a food truck out there. Guapo Taco is going to be doing his thing.
We might get a guest
and,
a little bit later.
Yeah. Oh, who?
I can't tell you. It's going to be a good one.
All right.
From possibly from another state, way up north.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
with
it. So shout out to our people, our homies doing their thing out there, because
we're gonna take a shot to this one. You know why else it's so cool? Because the city of Las Cruces is trying to figure out their times on when we want to stay open and when we can close.
Yeah.
Shout out to them for working on it. The one person over there that we like. The rest of you guys, thank us for Cannabis and Doñana County, not them.
Yeah.
But shout out to that one person. So the rest of New Mexico has time guidelines on when you can open and close, but the city of Las Cruces
that's pretty cool.
doesn't. So I know that big corporation's open at 12:01. I think Omo is going to open at like 12 and 1 second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Try to be that. Yeah.
So they will be the first recreational cannabis dispensary. Remember, RX Greenleaf has been medical.
Yeah.
So throughout everything, throughout all the crazy stuff.
They're medical and they got bought out, right?
Yeah, by Colorado company.
Yeah, by like Colorado. So like,
shout out to Colorado. We love you guys.
Shout out Colorado.
But Oregon Mountain Organics, shout out to them over there. Everybody that's been involved there that we've met has just been absolutely amazing.
They're super, super cool.
But they will be the first recreational dispensary to open in the state of New Mexico. So salute to
that. That is pretty freaking cool, if you ask me.
In the 17th state, to go recreational. Shout out to everybody that was a part of that.
Shout out to our people at ICANNA, 420 at the 505 North Valley, because they're doing it. They're local. They're just like us. They grinded. They got their stuff together, and they're doing their thing.
They actually were going to be here tonight, but they decided that they needed to grind because they're going to open up and do big things. So super big shout out to them. Support local. And then when you're supporting local, understand it's going to take time. And it's not their fault. It's the states. They weren't ready to go. They weren't ready to give out licenses. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, so I think a little bit on that. They got out licenses as best as they could. You know, they did their thing. Shout out to the CCD and all them for doing what they did. You know, they got it through for us. But they did, on some aspects, like, take forever as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, they did, on some real shit, didn't have their shit together. You know what I mean? And we get it. They did what they did, and they got by how they got by. But shit was fucked up, like, on some real shit.
It was fucked up.
They started issuing licenses, like, at the end, just, like, kind of, like, willy-nilly, we felt like. Where now people got their license, they're putting in to get stuff tested. There's no testing facilities here in Las Cruces. They're all up north.
And so we all know what happens, right? And we heard this actually at my wannabe trial for the business license that got pulled from us, right? But they said, you guys know there's a border check station that's like 5 miles from here in each direction or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? How are these companies supposed to get this stuff tested and get it in the system?
Yeah, they gotta cross the border line.
First of all, they're not magic beans, so they couldn't grow this shit in 3 weeks.
Right.
You know? And then now they gotta cross state lines. What else is going on with it? There's a big. You can just go list.
So I think tax season is probably the biggest thing that's gonna come from that, and not tax season from like dispensary side. I mean, you'll see it on the dispensary side because they'll have to put that someone's book coming from like the producers and going into dispensaries and it being, you know, supply and demand issues. You know what I mean? So you have the supply and the demand is real high for it, so you're gonna mark up the prices.
Well, that, and then I think people forget Smoke Champ Southwest going down
Southwest
here.
Smoke Champs, baby.
I think people forget that this is just like if it was a fruit or a vegetable or any type of product, that it's simple economics, right?
Sure.
So there was nobody, you can only purchase product if you're a rec dispensary or a medical dispensary for that matter in the state of New Mexico. So you can't import, you can't export, so you have to just take what you have here. Well, no, there's 37 legacy companies that were out there, so I don't know how many dispensaries that was. We can look it up later. Now they just jumped up to, it's another 200, I think, and 243 that are going to allegedly open if they can.
Yeah.
And so these 5 manufacturers, the main ones that you see in the dispensary, shout out to them.
It's the ones that do like Elevated,
Farmers, shout out, like all those guys.
What was
Herbal Medicines, Happy Cards.
The Happy Cards, shout out to them, man.
Happy
They're
Cards.
really cool. They're out there in Albuquerque. They're a local spot, and they're out producing their pens and getting them out in the game. So they've been helping us out and helping us get product in the store. So you'll see that in some of the stores that we help out with. And shout out to Happy Cards.
Yeah, they're great people, but they're backed up. They're backlogged.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So there wasn't enough product grown. So there's not enough. And when someone monopolizes a market, when it's a cash grab for the first 2 months that it opens, those bad actors out there, they go buy up everything or whatever.
Yeah.
There's just not enough product to go around. So it might seem like tax season, and it might seem like, oh, is this guy not like me? Like I would never pay. I've never heard of these prices. It's not that. It's
So
that they don't have it, and they're paying that all the way up.
So let's talk about that tax season and what that like really means, because I think it's a term that people throw around almost loosely, and you know, tax season. And people don't really understand what tax season means. We're talking about, so if you break things down logistically and piece by piece. So, and this is real facts. This is industry firsthand knowledge that I'm about to share right here. So right now, for medical grade or recreational licensed weed coming out into the shops, these people are charging $3,900 for 1 pound. For 1 pound. So you take 1 pound of weed at $3,900. If you sold so there's 448 grams in a pound, right? About, I think that's pretty young. So 1 gram for $10 a gram, that's $4,448, right? So if you're buying your pack for $3,900, your revenue is only going to be that, not even is a couple $100, right? So then it goes up. Now you got to account for overhead. Now you got to account for.
Well, we can run. Guys, pay attention.
Oh yeah,
this is
my numbers guy.
He's going to run the real numbers right now. So you said they're buying it for
$3,900.
So if they sell it for $15 a gram, people are like, whoa.
Yeah.
Stay with me, Cheeto Fingers. $15 a gram.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And so it's
sounds like people are smoking. Hello, we need to get on this.
So you said the 448, right?
Yeah.
So 448 at $15 a gram. Damn, that's high, right?
Right.
That's $6,720. And
it's not even double.
Yeah.
It's not even double what they got their shit for.
And for the people that just heard, damn, $6,700 off a pound, shout out to my people. We all get all this started, you know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, you guys are killing it.
Those are real numbers.
You're
But-
killing it. But
it's not even double of what you make.
so
And yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, double. You're only trying to be greedy. Not like you really have to worry about packaging. You really have to
no,
worry
we're gonna
about
go. We're gonna
overhead.
hit the numbers.
Okay,
We're gonna hit the numbers.
okay.
So 67.20.
Sure.
So before we take off pack price,
Sure.
before we take it off, New Mexico charges a 22% excise tax on cannabis.
Yeah. If you don't have,
Go register with the state
go
of New
get your
Mexico.
med card. Go get all that shit because you won't have to pay that on your end.
Go get your med card. Check social media soon. There might be one coming up at your local cannabis retailer.
Yeah.
So that's $1,478, right?
Right.
Just in taxes.
Sure.
So we're gonna minus that $1,478. And you said, what are these guys paying per pack?
$3,900.
That seems outrageous. All right.
Outrageous.
$3,900.
Yeah.
That leaves them with $1,342, and you're like, oh, that's dope. They made $1,300. We didn't take out gross receipt tax, state and fed at the end of the year. What in your operations? What
Yeah.
what
So
do
now
gotta
you have
at?
to look at overhead. So the cost of your building, your labor, what you have to pay those bartenders.
Which
or those
shout out
people
to
during those shifts.
the local dispos.
Yeah.
And now when they open also at midnight, it now becomes one of the highest entry level paid positions.
Yeah, I think
Las
some of these
Cruces.
guys are starting like at $15 an hour, $20 an hour, some shit like that. Like
Yeah.
a couple of spots that I hear that are hiring for like doormen are like $18.50 an hour.
Yeah.
So that's just hella good. Huge for our city and in our county and everything. But
So add that in.
yeah, so you take all that in, right? And then you take the packaging that you put the product in,
The label.
the label that you got to print out and put on.
BioTrax.
BioTrax, the POS system
Shout out
that you
to
got to put
BioTrax.
into everything. Yeah, shout out to BioTrax.
And
They're,
the tech support over there is awesome. So shout out to BioTrax.
what was that?
Slamming doors.
Somebody get mad?
The Airbnb.
Is it Airbnb again?
They were just closing their door. I think.
Hey, man.
Name it.
No, yeah, no, it's not.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always get worried. It's like second time maybe Airbnb. I hope it's not the same dude.
Here's the thing, guys. This is one of the coolest fucking locations.
It's a
and
super
so
cool
we have
location.
to deal with weird shit sometimes, but it is what it is. This is raw and uncut. So
Hey,
it is
Airbnb dude, if you can hear me, if you need a little bit of flour, I got you. Just knock on the door right here. Let me know, and it's all good. It's all good. It's all love.
Was someone calling me?
Yeah. But
Why is everybody else on the doors though?
no, it's just the door closing. I think it's the
don't
Adobe
need,
and the door closing. It vibrates.
We don't need not big.
That's what it is, right? That's what it
sliding
is.
doors and
Okay. No, it's the Adobe and the door closing and it vibrates and shit.
So it's not tax season. It's overhead and there's no product season. So when you walk into these rec places and you've watched a YouTube video from a place in Cali and you're expecting 35 jars of all these crazy different strains. Also, New Mexico has a thing. We can't even really put show stuff out.
Yeah, so I think
Because
the rule.
you have to use it as waste, right?
Yeah, the rule is if it's display, it can only be displayed. It can't be used for retail or resale. So you have to discard it properly at that point.
So they're dealing with crazy shit, right?
Yeah, it's
From
not
an
like-
operation standpoint.
Oh yeah, it's
I've
a
been
nightmare.
watching you work with these people and try to get them, get everybody in order throughout the state of New Mexico. But I've seen you do this in Colorado and Oregon and Washington and things like that.
Yeah.
But New Mexico is difficult.
Yeah, New Mexico
This was
just,
a different level of the video game that I don't think anybody was expecting to get everybody ready to go.
What happened? They're just checking.
You're tripping. Stop being paranoid.
Hey, this is
Stop
Stop
being
being
paranoid.
paranoid. Because now you're opening and closing the door every time. Now the Airbnb people are like, damn girl, calm down, bro. You're being fucking loud. This is an Airbnb. They're going to give us a 3-star rating and shit because the office building next door says we're loud and they keep slamming their door on us.
Hey,
That's what just
shout
happened.
out to
5D
when we're at
that
Digital
shit.
Solutions. We've always, and learners here, shout out to my boy Learner, he's back
Bro,
there.
he's got
We've
that
always been a
blast right now.
nightmare for fucking
Hi,
tenants,
MG.
huh? I mean, we always do our thing, but it's always been a nightmare. You always get those phone calls. hey, what are they doing next door? They're smoking weed and playing music really loud. So
The man, the myth, the legend, learner. Dude, the learner's in the house, actually.
Learner himself
I just crossed
is in
that
the building.
too. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Learner's
we
in the
actually got him out. We actually got him to come hang out, get a little
Can you
contact high.
You know how you watched like Straight Outta Compton and shit and thought that shit was real life?
Yeah.
Well, we're not gonna shine the camera over here right now for legal reasons with our documentary, but we got one right here, dog.
100%.
100.
100%. That's our
Started.
Jerry Harrow right there. That is him 100%.
But he's not gonna fuck us. But he never fucked us.
First time I showed up on the scene, he probably thought, who the fuck brought this
Bro, this
fucking
isn't the
gangster
first
in here?"
episode.
Do you remember when I first showed up at Digital Solutions? And I'm like frantic looking for like Jason. I don't know who the fuck Jason is. And like Lerner's back on his laptop. It's fucking cool as shit. So I'm like, I don't know who this fucking white guy is. Like he looks hella Jewish. Like,
Super Jew.
I'm gonna have
He's
to
a
pay
super
him
Jew.
something for like being in the building.
His favorite corned beef sandwich or whatever. He's a super Jew, bro.
Yo, like I walked in, I didn't know who you were. I walked right out, called Doe, and I'm like, hey man,
Hey, are you gonna do the
I'm
you can't
way
do the-
too
whoa,
brown
whoa,
for
whoa,
this.
Whoa,
Like-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah, it's fine. It's
Well,
fine.
it's
It's
not
no
fine.
big deal. It's no big deal.
It's not fine. Shout out
It's
to
no big deal.
Matt Madrid Law Firm. Our first episode, dude.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We leak stuff. I'm the
Alright.
king of leaking.
Yeah,
We leaking everything.
everything.
Loki's album, we leaked all that shit.
But dude, it's crazy that Lerner's actually like here and shit. And he was like, was this just an apartment that you're just doing this out of? Or was this meant to be an office?
Is this really an office?
Yeah.
No, shout out. This is our studio. It is
Yes.
tucked away in like a weird building in
And
Mesilla.
Lerner's English dry wit just sets it off even more.
Yeah, and
Super dope.
Michael
Shout out
Lerner
to fucking Digital Solution.
knocked at the door. Wasn't the right door. Came up, hit up. I don't know if he's staying here or whatever, but
Is it a business over there? Was that a business? What was it? Was it a
no, it was his house. I think it was.
No, there's an exit thing. Cause I
No,
just told you to
it's an
open it.
apartment. It's a like
What
leave the
was
light
it?
on for apartment or something.
What was it?
Pat Garrett room or something.
What the fuck is that?
100%. That's what it says. The Pat Garrett room.
Was there
Billy the Kid Getaway.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
mind.
That's what it
Stop. Yeah, never mind. If you followed our episode last week, you were able to 5D that one.
Yeah, you might find our secret
Was there
location.
any of their no secret locations? But when you walked up there, was it like weird? Because you said the Paggard, was there like remember like what Kim used to do back in the day when he used to have those places all around town? There wasn't any of that, right?
Ken's massage parlors?
Whoa! Hey yo!
Hey, yo! Shout out to Ken and his massage parlors. We all remember those days. I remember.
Shut the fuck up.
I remember when he closed his shit.
Stop.
And then they all got shut down.
Yeah.
And then he opened again. Remember
You
that
can
one?
Google that.
You can Google that one.
You can Google
You
that
can
one.
Google that one.
I don't know who we're talking about.
Alright. Either way,
I can't.
it's not important. I'm not worried about it. You shouldn't be worried about it.
I'm not.
I'm
I'm
not
laughing
worried about
about
it.
hysterically, dude. That's the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yo, but he wants to jam me up about a sticker, but whatever, dog. He'd be over there. Bringing them Asians in. Bro, remember that old lady he had?
Can you say that? You can say that.
Bro, I would go in there.
Stop.
I was like,
Stop.
Ken,
We can't.
I didn't know any like relation or correlation.
Hey, hold on. I got this one.
All right.
From episode 2 and
All
episode
right.
1. No, you're gonna finish. Anything seen in this video is a gross reenactment, and it probably never happened.
Gross reenactment.
And any of these things are exactly. Wait. I got it right. I got it right. Shout out to Matt Madrid.
Shout out,
And
Matt. Don't get me out of that one.
they probably never happened.
That was me.
We are reenacting.
Cracking up about this right now.
These statements and stunts from based on other people.
Yeah, I would never, hit up a massage parlor that were possibly Ken's or anything like that.
This is weird.
I would never do shit like that.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Who
No,
you
I said me.
No, you said we. What do you mean? What do you mean, you people? You guys see mouse
You knew about the old lady though. Tell me yes or no.
for 20 years.
You gotta ask for the ones in the back.
Always ask for the ones in the back. Shout out to the ones in the back. That first
Man,
one, you guys are.
that old boy had it, man. Whatever. He brought in the people, and all right. Yeah. Wipe the board.
Tax season.
New one. All right. So back to, I don't know. You want to do 5D again? I really like talking about 5D in video games. That's my favorite.
We're gonna go back.
I can go on and on forever about
No, I'm gonna rewind you back for a second.
it.
Back it up.
Bring it back.
Boop. Stay fucking calm on fucking Friday when rec opens.
Oh, all right. I thought you were
like,
singing a
on
song. I
Sunday
thought you were singing a song.
No, because I've been telling everybody. You see, I've been calling people today, like, hey, fucking give them a break.
Yo, everybody's frantic.
Yeah, everybody stay fucking calm.
Yeah.
Try to support local. I know sometimes it's difficult to support local, but like when this is gonna happen, if you see a line of 30 people, guess what? That line of 30 people is everywhere, and these people are fucking doing it for you. We've met all the local
100%.
people. Ori Mountain Wellness, Ori Mountain Organics, Icana, these guys are great people. It's family.
Yeah.
It's all family in there.
They're
Like,
local. They're
yeah,
from here.
They're local.
They're one of
And
us.
It's not like they're drug dealers, guys. They can't bring shit in from fucking California and do all that
Yeah,
shit.
you have to get it processed through the system. You have to get it done right. There's all these things you got to do.
Yeah, it was
through this
crazy.
biotax
They were
system.
almost explaining how they were putting everything in the system and doing all that stuff, and my mind was fucking blown
Yeah.
at what they had to go through. And so, as they get new products in, check out their social media pages and stuff, but they can't just go Google, I want to fucking sell Steezy cards or whatever. It's not going to be like that.
Yeah, it has to be regulated. It has to be tested through the state of New Mexico.
And nobody
through
had
those
anything.
labs.
And nobody had anything.
And that's the thing. The producers, they didn't have enough time to get everything ready to have enough product to fulfill the needs of everybody. I mean, I don't even think they accounted for the amount of people from Texas going to come across and get product. You know what I mean? From Juarez is right there. We've talked about this in a couple of our podcasts.
2.4 million people.
That alone is going to wipe out the inventory for everybody. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to see, but be patient. Be patient with your bud tenders. Tip them. Be courteous to them because it's going to be... who's calling you?
Oh, shit.
Who's calling you? Who's calling you?
Hey, you already know what it is, dog.
Hey,
Don't act like you haven't been
Hey,
here
dog, you know what
before,
time
dog.
it is, so we got to put you on the shit.
Hey, you're all... Hey, Fish. Fish is on.
We got Jordan Fish
We
right
got
here.
Jordan Fish.
Christopher walking.
Hey.
Talk,
Wait. Are you here? We thought you were in, like, Oklahoma or something. On missions.
No, I don't play until Friday.
I'm just kidding, bro.
Oh,
Whoa,
shit. Jordan
shit.
Fish is here. Somebody
Hey,
go
I
let
can't-
Jordan Fish in.
Yeah, we're gonna have... I'm not... Dude, you're on speakerphone. You're like, hey, what's the code to get
Yeah,
in?
we gonna tell you the code on the camera, my G. Yeah,
0,
chill out.
0, it's open sesame. Say
It's
it to the door. It's audio.
U-C-K.
No.
Oh yeah, those are
I was
suspect.
actually-
Those are suspect.
I was
Those
asking.
are suspect. Those are suspect.
Hey,
Look,
Fish.
someone's gonna let you in.
Hey. What are you doing, dog?
I'm standing at the door.
It's 9:55, dog.
All right.
No, I'm
Enough
just
of
kidding.
that.
But, you gotta stay,
Yeah, so
I don't even know how to basically say it. They're just not gonna have 35 fucking strains for you. They're not gonna have every product you might be used to.
Yeah.
But they're working on it. So you're gonna have to give them literally a week to 2 weeks. Every fucking local
Gracias.
place.
salud.
Salud. Local.
His
G.
Ooh. That was an extra spicy one. You're gonna have to bear with everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Damn.
Hey, Fish in the building! So shout out to all my people that are here. HSV in the back. We got Fish that just showed up. My brother Loki. My brother Nate. We got Michael Lerner here. And we got my brother Kevin back in the back. Chilling. Making sure everything's proper. Damn! Fish!
My bong broke on the
Whoa,
way, so
whoa,
I had to-
whoa.
Hey,
Is that
yo!
Illadelph piece?
Yeah, I just picked that up.
Is that really an Illadelph piece?
Hey, yo!
Fish.
Damn.
You remember like the pictures we talked about that one day and you got this? Hold on, Fish, for real?
Yeah, my
So, let
other
me
bong
tell-
broke on the way, so I had
This
to
is a
stop
huge
again.
backstory.
Alright.
So you
Let's
know
hear
how I love Illadelph Pieces. Shout out to Illadelph Pieces. No sponsor, no, we're not trying to get anything for free because people just don't get pieces like that. So shout out to them.
Damn.
But for 10 years, I saw them at the first Champ Show. Shout out Champ Show. And they're just the dopest pieces ever. Google them. And back in the gifting days, me and Fish were working a shift. See, I can rhyme too, Loki. We were doing a shift, and I was showing them Illadelph pieces and how like there's the best, manufactured, perfect.
That's proper.
They're simple. They're proper.
They got the shower head, right?
They're fucking perfect. And
How's it rip? They rip clean, like smooth.
bro, smooth. It's like the finest liquor. Just on a simple piece like that, it's like hitting the finest liquor. Those shout out to
Wow,
seriously.
I'm excited about that one.
But 8 months later, he fucking showed up with an Illadelph piece, and he remembered me.
Do you remember that
talking
shit,
about it.
Fish? Damn, that's my boy. Jordan, bro,
Best.
man, I tell y'all,
Nephew coming through.
man, whoever clowns on him, man, that's my brother right there, man.
I
I
can't-
fucking love that little
But he
motherfucker.
clowns on me too.
God damn it.
Everybody lets him.
Don't give it, Fish.
Nah, he's the best.
Nah, he a cool G for sure.
He's the best.
So yeah, what else you want to rap about? I think we need to throw Loki back in the seat and get back to our conversation that we was talking to last time.
And then you guys gotta talk about moldy weed and shit.
Oh shit!
No, after.
All right, we'll
I
talk
just
about
want a
that.
cigarette.
All right,
Take 2 shots.
All right.
We're waiting for this.
he's already fucked up.
No,
Look at
no,
him.
no. I'm
He'll
fucked
start
up.
slurring his words a little bit.
Don't get started. You know it's a nervous thing.
Taxi. Sheesh. He's done. He's done.
Nah,
All right,
I don't want to say anything with the
Peace
S
out.
in it though, or a V.
have a good one. Hey, hit that one time right here. Little.
This one?
Yeah,
This
it's
thing?
little. Yeah, no.
No.
All right, that one too.
Los dos?
Cool.
Are you gonna sit down?
Just one time.
I'm gonna grab.
Yeah, you just want to jump up on your shit, dog. Fuck. What the fuck you think this is? What kind of podcast you think this is, homie? Get down like that.
You like the way I smell, that's why.
It's good, man.
It's good.
Chilling.
Salute.
Hell yeah.
Take it easy.
Hell yeah.
How y'all living? Hope your week was well.
Hell yeah. Vibing high.
Yeah. Hope I'm catching y'all in good health.
Yeah,
Nice
that's
to
what
see
we
y'all
do.
again.
Fucking A. Bro, last time we left off, we were talking about some heavy stuff. I think people, they got into it, man. Like, I was getting a lot of good responses, and I got, like, a lot of good messages, and then, like, somebody commented, and they, like, really liked how we were talking about, like, video game, and, like, 5D, and, like, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
most definitely.
you know what I mean? So, what's your take in life about, like, the video game theory? Like, what's your perception on that?
You know what? At first, I was kind of, I couldn't get with it at first.
Yeah, because it's weird. Like, it's weird to wrap your mind around, right?
Yeah. And you gotta be at a certain level of breakthrough to even understand.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
The simulation theory, how all that shit works. But once you get comfortable with it and kind of invite it in, it comes to a point where it blows your mind, and you're gonna take that little cruise where, hey, I want to find out what this is all about.
Yeah.
So I did, and I kind of went deep with it. It was cool, but still to this day I question everything.
Oh yeah, you
You know
have
what
to.
I mean?
Yeah, you have to.
Even though and that goes for everything, not just the theory, the simulation theory, and
Yeah.
not just video game
Yeah.
theories.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I got the vibe like how we were talking about, when we did do that
Right.
DMT, and when we took that cruise, I got the vibe that it was. I got the vibe that like we we're talking how energy and we're all connected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you see things like on a different level when you get there, huh?
Yeah, see,
Like-
yeah, most definitely.
Like just taking that ride and taking that trip, like your whole perspective on life kind of changes, right?
Yes.
And I think like people don't understand that breakthrough like until they kind of get there. And so like when we rap about like the video game theory or like 5D or like how we manifest things like so quickly, they're like, what the fuck? Like these guys are fucking full of shit. You know what I mean?
most
But
definitely.
you have to be there to see things and experience it to know that like, nah, this shit's
There's
100.
There's a connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a flow of energy throughout everything, and if you connect those like lines of energy, you can almost like you can manifest and create almost anything you want.
Oh, most definitely. It's a network, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
It's an energy network that I'm working with you for us to do greater shit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. So how do you take that like 5D and like your whole perception on life, and how do you translate that into music?
You know what? It depends. A lot of being an artist, you gotta know. You gotta know subtlety. You gotta know where to point your emotion.
Sure.
What direction you're gonna help send your fans. You know what I
Sure,
mean? Like
sure.
shit like that.
Cause like me personally, I feel like I open more of my like third eye, and the way I process shit. And we knew like I went to school for like audio engineering, and like I do like my own music and stuff, but I stopped writing music once I opened that third eye. Like I couldn't really get into it like I was because I saw things on a different perspective. Like everything wasn't about selling drugs and getting money and fucking bitches anymore.
No.
It was about like energy and vibing right and making sure you put love and everything back into the universe. You know what I mean? So like
No, green, please.
I felt like those.
Yeah, in the bag right down the flow down.
I felt like everything that like I would write my lyric and like all my past shit, like it didn't even make sense anymore because that wasn't my mindset. You know what I mean? So I couldn't vibe with it anymore. Like it was good music, and it was even music that I haven't even put out yet. That it was like some bangers, like some shit. I was like, oh shit. Like some of my boys have been in the studio and heard me spit. And they're like, oh damn, like
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I've heard it.
But like I can't. That was the style I rapped with and I fucks with back then. And since I switched my whole mentality and like started seeing things on a different perspective, I couldn't get myself there anymore. Like life to me wasn't that whole persona that I had created anymore. And it was like I still had like my underground stuff and like my real lyrical stuff. And I always like spit like New World Order and like New Age shit. And like even when my mom called me, I was like, oh, that stuff you rapped about when you were younger, it's really happening. And I'm like, yeah, I told you. But like even that, like I feel like there's so much more to life than just the kind of like, you know, I do my stuff and have my rhymes and do my shit on my own. But like it's my personal stuff that I hold true to myself. You know what I mean? Like most sacred to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So on that same perspective, I just find it like intriguing that artists can still like, because there's a lot of artists like that can still put their music out there and still believe their belief system. Like, you know, you change, like I feel like you're like me, like your whole perception of life changed. You know what I mean? And you're still able to create great music with that perception and that like, because I feel like all the blinders are off, right? And we're seeing life as it should be.
Yeah.
And you're still able to create great music, seeing the world how it is. I can't, like, my brain, I'm like, there's too much going on. And I try to lock it in to keep it locked up and proper, but I can't rap about it because there's so much going on where people it wouldn't even make sense to people. You know what I mean? I could put my words together lyrically and make shit happen on the level that I think, but people wouldn't relate to it. You know what I mean? They'd be like,
You know what I mean, brother. And see, for me, like personally, it never was about just the money and the weed and it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started writing real young,
Sure.
into, you know what I mean, like Crisscross, Ice Cube, and Skilo, like, you know what I mean? Like that.
Crisscross was big in our day.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
little fucker,
Yeah.
running around the house spitting dumb rhymes and shit.
Yeah.
So, and I was a b-boy heavy
Oh,
in the
shit.
Southwest, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shout out to Souls of Mischief from Demi. We had a lot of good battles, but
Yeah,
we
badass.
were all over the net anyway. I started as a b-boy, so I was real heavy into the hip hop spirit. I didn't.
The culture.
People think hip hop and their mind automatically goes to rap.
Right.
But it's not. It's a culture.
Right.
And there's elements to this shit
Sure.
that we didn't forget about because every chapter has
Right.
heavy
Right.
books for they've changed the world.
Oh yeah. As I got older, I was able to appreciate the hip hop culture more because I was able to like actually see what the whole elements were. You know what I mean? On that whole culture. where I started and grew up and just kind of like putting rhymes together and just doing shit I didn't know about the culture. I only rapped to engineer. You know what I mean? Because I have the love for engineering.
Yeah, word.
So I only
No.
spit and put together raps and shit
Just
that
so that
rhyme,
you can
just so I can
engineer
break
some
it down and
shit.
engineer
Yeah,
it. You know what I
that's
mean?
right.
And make it sound proper.
Hey, that's dedication, and that's yeah.
And I figured it out because like I always like was into like poetry as a kid and shit like that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, I can make some shit happen and make it sound good. And it was fucking good, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
most
whatever. I thought it was good. You always think your
Yeah.
shit's fucking
Hey.
100%.
That's how every
You know?
artist, like, it doesn't matter. Like, if it comes from you, then it is good.
Yeah, it's your baby, you know?
Yeah, it's your baby.
Yeah.
You take care of it. You're the one who polished it up. You taking care of it, and you know what I mean. Just keep going. Just keep doing you. And but no, yeah, I was real into hip hop. Now, so like, you know, being a b-boy, just people who would just rap.
Yeah.
You know, and me involved in all elements.
Yeah.
You know, as deep as I could get in all fucking elements. We would kind of look at people like that, like, okay, you're new because
Right.
you only know one chapter of
Right,
the book.
right. You don't know the
So
whole-
you don't know
the whole
the
thing.
whole book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's like you got to give people like that space and let them develop by themselves. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
find what's best for that artist
What fits them.
and what fits them.
Because it might not even be rap. Like, to me, my love, like, I always like putting rhymes together and doing little shit. But my true love was behind the board.
Word.
You know, mixing and mastering and hearing the music and, you know, bringing in, you know, the guitars and drums and bass and
Yeah.
mixing it all together where it sounds right and the vocals sit on top and it all flows together.
That,
That's my shit.
dog, yeah. And
But-
that's a high. That's a high that
Oh,
you
yeah.
get.
Yeah.
I feel you.
And
I've
so,
been there.
on that, I did find, like, I felt like a lot of people like you because shout out to my boy Alex, Alejandro Romero out there. He does photography, but he got me into rapping. And that was my roommate
dope.
back in the day. Yeah, I know everybody knows Lex. And he's been doing his thing. And
He's from Cruces? I don't
yeah,
know.
he's from Cruces. He lives in Deming right now.
Oh, okay.
And
alright.
he does a lot of photography and
Shout out to
shit.
D-Town.
Yeah.
Hometown.
And he been doing his thing, but he put me on, and he showed me how to spit. He showed me how to fucking break shit down, and he would have beat tapes for me, and that's where I learned how to do it from. And then I got my own equipment and started recording, and kind of like grew the love from that. So shout out to my people that kind of like put me on to game on that level. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
But I think like those people who knew the elements, like he knew exactly all the elements of like hip hop back then and was trying to put me on. But I think like people like that kind of like let me go and like let me find my own way. And I found my own way and running behind the boards and, you know, nobody kind of put me in a shell like, nah, you gotta rap like this and you gotta do things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They kind of just let me do my own thing and found my own way behind the boards. So like that's cool that like you see that from your level and you kind of let people do that, you know?
Yeah, even when I'm working with, you know, a different type of artists, because everyone's going to really be different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Salud.
Salud. Whew, fireball. I'm drinking dry.
Yeah.
Whew. So like, yeah, I kind of let just people do their thing, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
let them loose. That's the best way you're gonna get originality and being yourself, and that's hip hop, you know, creating something out of nothing.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. How would you describe like your style with hip hop?
As far as
Like more lyrical?
oh yeah, most def, and if anyone knows me, they know. But I like the challenge too, you know what I mean, and like I like
I'll hit that, G. So like on a lyrical level, cause like that was always my thing, like wordplay and like playing like your vocabulary like really high. Excuse me, that fireball get my
yeah, I
throat.
got me too big though.
But like your wordplay and like your vocabulary, like how did you get started? Like on that sense, like would you read a lot? Did you do a lot of like dictionary? No, I'm good. Okay, thank you. How did you get started? Kind of like, will you get them another dose? Appreciate it. What put you on that level?
Yeah,
as a
so
kid?
like, you know, just like everybody, I started kind of with just like the 1-2 lines and the Dr. Seuss little,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. But as time progressed, like I got deeper into the craft. I started paying attention to who was using the words that I didn't hear before. Who
Right.
was teaching me the new shit?
Right.
You know.
So who were your biggest influences in that?
Starting off, like I had a lot throughout the timeline. There's a lot of influences. You
Sure.
know what I mean? Even today, I'll find an artist that just comes out the blue from fucking Canada. You know what I mean? And
Right, that just
that
strikes you.
you know,
Yeah,
that
you're
he
like, oh,
strikes
fuck.
me, and I feel one of his tracks. I dig into his shit, and I go that way. Yes, sir. Have we named her yet?
Have you named her?
Have you named her?
What's
yet?
her name?
No,
Damn, you haven't named her
Tonight
yet.
might be the night.
Damn, we might think of a name.
Yeah.
How long have you had her?
He just got it.
Like 15
Oh.
minutes.
Oh shit, fish.
Just scooped it up. Fishy.
I was on my way with the other one. I was all excited.
Did you smoke her before you came?
No, this is the first time
It's
we broke
fresh.
it
Yeah, we got it on
in.
camera.
Shout out. That's a bad one. That's a bad one right there.
Oh yeah, Fish, you came through, brother.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, being tapped into hip hop all my life, bro. It's been a blessing.
That's really cool.
Especially being around a lot of negative, negative shit growing up. You try to find an scapegoat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So do you think it helped you kind of like steer away from a lot of that like negativity growing up and like a lot of those like badder influences? Like, do you
most
think
definitely.
it helped
Most
you
definitely.
kind of gave you a pathway to do something different and not, I mean, we grew up in the era we grew up, like there's people gangbanging and doing the whole shit. Do you think it helped you steer away from that?
And see that, that was my biggest thing too, because if anyone knows me, they know where I'm from. You know what I mean? And they knew how I grew up.
Yeah.
So like, if you see the household that I grew up in, you'd be like, oh, he's another baldy with face tats, holding a pistol. Like,
Yeah.
No, it was everything around me was that.
Yeah.
Like everything around me was that deep, heavy, whatever.
Yeah.
Hip hop caught my ear to where I was the cat in the room. There was
Right,
a house
you're
party
right,
and I was
yeah.
in the cat in the room, like
With your headphones on.
exactly.
Yeah.
Some shit out, okay.
Listen to a beat that you fucking put together and
Yeah.
shit.
I see
You're
the
looping some
people-
shit back.
Brother, I seen a b-boy and there I was. I had another element. Boom,
Yeah.
I first learned how to beatbox and just be a little kid spinning.
Ah, you get us one? You get us one? You get some for us?
Beatbox?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put you on the spot.
If I was there, I'll calm down. I don't even remember. Dog, it's been so long that I have. I used to fucking be able to do like Iron Man.
Oh,
can't really do it right now. I'm a little twisted, but like, old school shit, dog.
How they do that shit. The high pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like breaking down the box, like we were young kids, fucking little gutter kids, jumping in the trash can, pulling out cardboard and taping it together.
Right. Get it down.
So,
Little breakdowns down.
fucking.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's how I tapped into hip hop, and it definitely steered me in the right place, brother.
That's cool.
And,
That's really, really cool.
You know what I mean? I just kept with it, like you were saying earlier. You write shit for you. You write.
Right.
Your songs, your beats, the way you do your shit it comes from in here.
Right.
So you could be by yourself. Excuse me. You could be by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And write a fucking heartfelt song that's out of this world,
Yeah, nah.
and that you'll have a special connection with, and you know what I mean. That's exactly what hip hop is. That's the fire. That's the spark that you just did. And that type of shit is unforgettable. To me, that's the best type of food. You know what I mean?
Right.
And why food? I mean,
Right.
soul
Right. That
food,
the
you know
soul
what I mean?
food. Yeah.
And I never let that shit go. As a kid, it pulled me out with large, dark places, brother. So I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what I'm glad. And I'm sure you've been there too.
Yeah. 100%.
So just being in here, right here in the studio, is a fucking blessing. Right?
Yeah, and hopefully we can get the studio outfitted a little bit and we can start doing some vocals.
Oh
and,
yeah, we got it. We just gotta make the time.
Yeah, we just gotta make the time, and if you need any vocals, shout out. We're gonna get the studio up and going. I'm trying to get a producer in here and try to in-house produce stuff and get it going. So
yeah, we're about to get it live.
yeah,
About to get
we're
live.
about to get it. So if you need some vocals cut, holler at us, slide into those DMs, and let me know what it is, and we'll get it popping for you guys.
Oh, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's crazy how just life has all brought us here. We all done kind of like things, you know what I mean? And we're all here in this time, you know what I mean? Like, for me, going and helping Jason at the studio to coming here and then meeting you and you do music and it's like, oh, all right, like, let's get the studio going, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I think
most definitely. And
just-
I don't know where you fucking met this guy at.
I don't know where I fucking met this guy either, but it's fucking crazy.
But I like him too.
He's alright.
He's alright.
He has a little bit big teeth, but it's alright.
They're fucking huge, dog.
So,
It's whatever. Shout
But
out.
yeah, nah.
but yeah, DMT and hip hop connection definitely was definitely
Did it open your eyes a little bit different? Like, did your rhymes get
it
crazier?
made me
Like,
look at both sides differently.
Sure.
You know what I mean, like I used one side, you know, to look at life vividly. Damn, I was about to say.
yeah, fucking whole thing went in there. Oh, my bad.
But like, you know, I use one to benefit the other, basically, as we all should do. Like, you know what I mean? Even a negative could benefit a positive. You know what I mean? We gotta find light in it all dark. So fucking
Yeah, 100%. I think, just different perspectives on life, like when you take different things that kind of open your mind to things, you know what I mean? And
yeah, most definitely.
the way it translates when you write those rhymes is pretty cool. I think I might start putting some stuff together and like, you know, I'm getting a little bit out there, but you know, my people's dough tells me that you can never get too old to put out an album or put stuff out. So
I don't believe that.
I might, you know, when we
That's
get the
the thing.
studio up and we get some foam up and,
And
we
that's
start
the
doing
funny thing.
vocals, I might put something out.
Oh, most deaf, dog. And we got to put something together, like a whole.
Oh
album.
yeah, 100%. A whole collabo shit, you know what I mean?
And
I come back, I start making beats again, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
tell my boys this all the time, like, hip hop has no age, dog.
Yeah.
There's no age. We're here for time.
yeah,
You
and
know
then
what I mean? So,
Well,
on that,
if there was fucking an age to it, you would have never been able to rap or anybody to rap about like this story. Like shit happens at different times in your life, and
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta put it out there.
what the
Imagine this fucking shit.
dog?
Imagine
do,
being
like,
22
put a
and be able to
fucking-
rap about this shit.
Put a cap on rapping, like, oh, once you're fucking 50, oh, everyone's
yeah,
gotta
I just
retire.
think
Shit
about,
always
I just think,
happens.
so
Get the
like,
fuck
I
outta
used
here.
to
When
listen to
you've
a lot
been
of
doing it
music.
for 20 years, you can't just hit the brakes, dog. You're gonna keep going.
Remember back in the day when like, shout out to the game would rap about like, oh, he would talk shit about Jay and be like, oh, you 40, you still rapping type shit. That's what I think about, like, oh, nigga, I'm 40 and I'm
Hey,
still
you know
fucking.
how-
I'm getting there, bro.
Hey, you know what that was brought up too? And shout to
Salute.
fucking Jason. Shout to Jason.
Salute.
Shout to the game. Hey, you know how old he is now, and he's still rapping.
He's
so-
still rapping.
Still rapping.
They had him on the interview saying that
Hey,
same
yeah,
shit.
I'm up there. Hey, I'm glad you're still rapping, G.
Yeah, hell
Salute,
yeah,
big bro.
hell yeah, 100%, big bro. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah. But I mean, the connection is just, it's just.
We were gonna have one of the OGs come through today. You know Damu? He from San Diego, big old
Dago.
OG rapper. Dago. Damu.
No, I'm not real familiar.
He an OG rapper. He an OG, kind of like
Next week though.
From the Bay.
He's
yeah,
next week,
from
yeah,
the Bay.
He's already hit me up 3 times since
Yeah.
we've been here, dog. He fucking was so sad.
Oh, I'm so sad he didn't come through.
Especially with this strain and shit coming out.
Yeah, he has a new strain coming out. Damu OG.
Yeah, shout to Damu.
He came out. He showed me a card of one of his. He shot out. I seen him the other day, and he lives here in Cruces now.
No shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's from Dago.
Yeah,
and,
we cut together shit.
yeah, right. And we've been trying to get him in and do the studio stuff, and I sent him to my boy Jay Solano down there, and my fam bam, loyalty over everything,
Yeah,
LOE.
fucking shout out. Hey, that new
Yeah, that's my
keep
family.
keep killing that shit, dog. Don't let that shit, you got it, boy.
Well, I sent him down there. He
yeah.
Doe started recording him and putting him on,
That's
and I told him, hey, I got a new studio. We're trying to get the shit going, and he's trying to come over here and cut some records and shit. So shout out to my boy Damu, Blood Gang OG over there. Shout out to my people. He good people, man.
That's cool, man.
He good people.
Hell yeah. I'm sure we'll get, now that he lives out here, we'll get acquainted and shit.
Yeah, I mean, he did some stuff with Doe over there, and they did a record and shit, and they cut a little music video, so that was kind of cool. And I'm just trying to get anybody I can, like I'm just trying to get back in the game and try to get recording again. So
Yeah, fucking
we'll get the studio up and popping, and
Yeah.
we'll do what it is.
Yeah,
but
keep Cruises active for real.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you guys have been doing a good job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big salute to JB too, and hey, like this
Yeah.
shit just keeps going, dog. You know what I mean? It's a spark of a neighborhood
Yeah.
phenomenon.
Yeah,
You know what I
100%.
mean? Shit.
yeah. We trying to push out content. We trying to get stuff out. So like I said, if you need anything recorded, you need anything done, we're getting the studio up and going, and Pro Tools certified.
Fucking
I know
there's a lot
everything.
of talent here in Cruises.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I've seen it myself.
Yeah, we can push everything out and get some good music out and make Crucis a name. So if you need anything, shout out to everybody who's already doing it. Like, I know Fat Crates is out there. They got a lot of independent studios. So shout out to all those people. Like, no knocks to them. Like, I'm just trying to get my stuff up and going, and that's just what it is right there. So I
Time to
think,
have fun, dog.
yeah, we just trying to have fun and vibe high. That's all we doing over here.
Please, that's
Um,
all the sound.
Yeah, it's all good. We
We plugged in? Are we plugged in this week?
we ending, so we good. Shout out, thank you for watching episode 3. Stay tuned for episode 4, and high vibe. Peace out.
High vibe all week. So